Hi there. It's been around a week since I posted the last video on my little project so far, and I've been working on this for a little while for this week, so I'm just gonna go through everything I've added and changed about it. So one thing right away is that there's an actual scene in here now, which really makes it a lot more nice to come look around this area. So one of the first things you'll notice is, well, there's trees now. I got asym to work, I got it built using CMake, which it's good enough for my purposes. And I did experiment of trying to get it to work for my build system, but I had to scrap it because I wouldn't have anything to show this week if I spent it all making that work. So there's now this little sprint value here, so it can set to like massive numbers and you can go flying away. And there's now this, with the new tree rendering, it actually has this little cutout rendering mode with it. So if I get close to the leaf, that's what this little clip is. Even though it's not related to textures, it's more of the shaders, but this is how much it clips away at the tree. So you can find a nice value for that. And the LED bias works as well for the trees. Although it's a little cool what it does with the trees, I like it. Then I set up the Deferred shader pipeline later on in the week, which is the top, so for every object in the scene, it renders onto these three images here as textures here, so I can sample them in the shader later. So first is just texture color, so this doesn't have any lighting or anything like that applied to it. And I gotta slow down the camera speed, I'm going way too quick. So if I look under the trees in the first one, you notice there's no lighting whatsoever, so this is a lighting effect done later. The second one's a little harder to tell, that is the position data, which is also necessary. So if I go towards the 0,0 coordinate over here, you can actually see these nice little colors where it transitions from the 0 to 1 coordinate. In all the other bright colors, it's above 1 and it can't display that very well. But I have it displayed here just for completeness. The third image here is the normal, which is the direction each fragment faces. So as I rotate around the trees, the colors are a little different. Undersides are darker than the tops. And with these three pieces of information, I can figure out how to shade the final image, which is the fourth one here, and also the main display down here, which you may know is like, fog and all that fun stuff. So what we do here is with this Deferred shading pipeline, I can get practically infinite light sources with almost no cost, but I'm just using the one since it was easier to get working. So I'd figure out the lighting for each point on the surface, well, each point in the mesh using the three pieces of information, the position, the color of it, and the direction the face is going. I can compare things like how bright the light switch should be, which way it's facing, and all that. And I can get a basic little light in here. And something else I do is, since I know the position of the camera, I can actually test for the distance between every single point since I know their position, and I can actually mix it with the sky color depending on the distance, which adds this nice fog effect. And I actually do have a couple of sliders to play with, so I actually have it so if you can't see as far, the fog automatically moves in. And then the frame buffers at the top, G buffers as it's called, you can actually see the surface clipping away and the fog just hides it right before it would clip. So that should be good for performance at least. And of course if you change the sky color, it will nicely change the fog with it. And then there's this, oh yeah, also if I move the near plane out, the fog kind of moves with that. It's more just so it's correct, but I might change the behavior of that just so it runs a little better. But that's not a big deal. That doesn't want to work. So I'm just going to slide that back by hand here. Then the last variable here to show is this fog start. I think I bugged it out. I don't know what I did. But anyways, this tells you what percentage into the view distance the fog starts. So if I set it to 1, it just kind of clips it away, like right at the view distance. Or if I start lowering it, you get the smoother and smoother gradient. If I put all the way at 0, it does it for every fragment here, which I quite like. Yeah, and this all updates dynamically in real time, so I got not much to complain about here. Other than that, for some reason the mouse stopped working. But that's all I got to show for this week. I'm hoping to get the infinite light source thing done, maybe some light attenuation so I can add like little lamps around here. Just get something to look good. Anyways, I'll see you guys next Tuesday.